Well, as we get closer to the presidential election, some key battleground states are taking unprecedented steps to give voters every opportunity to cast their ballots. And in Michigan, early voting is already underway, where for the first time in the state's history, residents can cast their ballots early in a presidential election without needing any reason at all to do so.
Yeah, and they're doing so in record numbers. Those voters are responding to the call, with at least 3 million Michiganders expected to vote by mail. So let's bring in the Secretary of State of the great state of Michigan, Jocelyn Benson. Ma'am, thank you so much for being here. And just give us first the update on the numbers. We know there's a spike of some kind and interest in folks who want to vote by mail. Just how big is that increase compared to the election cycle 4 years ago?
Well, vote by mail requests are up 350% from 2016, where just about 700,000 in 2016 at this time had requested it. Now we're at 2.5 million citizens requesting to have their ballots sent to them so that they can vote at home. And we are on track to have over 3 million citizens, or 60 to 70% of our electorate, voting by mail this fall.
Wow. And there still is a battle in your courts right now over when those ballots can be received by. How concerned are you about that? What should voters know?
Well, voters just need to make a plan to vote early, and we're asking everyone, if you're going to return your ballot through the mail, do it at least 2 weeks before Election Day. If it gets closer than that, we're asking voters to use the more than 1,000 local drop boxes that we've installed all across the state of Michigan, or drop it off in person at their clerk's office. They can also track their ballot on our website to confirm that it's been received. But we don't want anyone to be disenfranchised because of delays with the Postal Service.
Oh, well, talk about delays as part of disenfranchisement, but also your state's Attorney General is actually asking people, if you see anything out there that looks like intimidation, it looks like any aggression or harassment, to actually report it to the AG's office. But do you have a plan there in Michigan to proactively combat any type of voter suppression or issues you might see at the poll?
Yes, we've done a couple of things. One, we have set up an email, misinformation@michigan.gov, for citizens to send credible allegations to us, for the Attorney General and I to investigate. But on top of that, we've got a proactive effort all throughout the state to respond to issues as we hear them. And we've set up a website, michigan.gov/election security, where citizens can get trusted, accurate information about the security of our elections.
And we know your state was front and center last time around in a very close race there, and might end up being a close race again. Our partners over at 538, we can show the latest polls between President Trump and Vice President Biden, showing that right now, at least, Biden is about 50%, Trump a little over 43%. That number probably going to go up and down until Election Day. But with Michigan playing such a critical role, all eyes on you, and of course a lot of eyes in Michigan are on what we saw this week in that debate. Do you get any kind of sense of the mood of Michigan's critical voters after seeing the display we saw this week?
I've just seen enormous enthusiasm from voters from both sides of the aisle, frankly, planning to vote early, and that's reflected in the numbers. We are on track to have over 5 million citizens vote this year in Michigan. That's more than have ever voted before in our state, in the history of our state's elections. So that voter enthusiasm is high. Voters are engaged. They're talking about the elections. They want to vote. They want their voice to be heard, and they're paying attention to what the candidates say.
Secretary Benson, I don't know if you know this, but TJ and I had a little friendly wager over last weekend's SEC game. His Arkansas Razorbacks played my Georgia Bulldogs. I won, just for the record, just in case you needed to know. But we actually talked to Ohio Secretary of State Frank LaRose, and he told us you, too, have a little friendly wager going on. He said that it's over voter participation. So the big question is, are you ready to sing the Ohio Fight song and don the scarlet and gray, or are you winning that bet?
Oh, yeah. I mean, he can extrapolate all he wants, but the bottom line is Michigan is going to beat Ohio in voter turnout this year. And when they do, Frank LaRose, the Secretary of State in Ohio, my good friend, is going to have to sing the Michigan Fight song at the Michigan-Ohio State football game this December.
Ooh, at the game. That's a little extra rubbing salt in the wound. I love it. I love it. Well, we want to thank you so much for your time today. Secretary Benson, we appreciate it. We know you have a lot of things to do, so we appreciate you making time for us.
Thank you. Always a pleasure. Good to see you.
That's some good trash talk when it starts with he can extrapolate all he wants. That's some high-end trash talk, right?
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.